Thank you very much. Now, to the question, why crossover? Let me start by saying, it was really easy to write this book. It took really short time, as you can tell, probably by now. So, why crossover? If you grow up only eating really, really nice food, but only, let's say, only pasta, really great pasta and pizza, fantastic, fantastic. That's how I felt with classical music. And I only got that until I was 18 years old, meaning that my parents really only listened to classical music. So I didn't really listen to pop, rock, jazz, R&B, house, electric. This was all something I learned much, much later. And of course, if you only eat pizza and pasta for such a long time, you tend to kind of like want to experience what other food tastes like. And so I always felt extremely curious once I left my parents' home. The first thing which drives me is curiosity. I just like experiencing new things. I like the bad experience as much as I like the good experience. But in the end, life is all about experimenting. It's all about finding your limits, knowing how good you are, knowing that you're good at something. Maybe it's even more important that you know where you're not good at, and it's wise to have people around you who help you with the things you are not good at. So those are the three main important things of life. At least that's how I feel. Still, why crossover? Let's go back. Classical music is, of course, the backbone of everything I do. I still practice every day, a hell of a lot of time. I do my scales, I do the etudes. If I play crossover at night, it doesn't mean that my day is different. It's all about, the instrument, it's about the technique, it's about having the right vibrato, it's about having the right style. If you play Bach or Beethoven, there's 150 years in between pop and jazz and rock. There's only 50. So I know how to switch into a different genre very easy, because you play Bach differently than Beethoven. You play Beethoven differently than Mozart, and Mozart with a different vibrato than Sibelius. And you use different glissandi when you play Tchaikovsky. And when you do Brahms, you use the bow different. So all these things help in order to kind of go into different music fields. But you need to be curious. It makes no sense to play music just because it's crossover and people might be interested. That was never my interest or goal. I felt it was exciting, and if two people would have listened, which actually ended up in the first times I played crossover, because I played for students crossover music because they wanted to have some arrangements for some dancers. This is getting all really out of hand right now with what I'm talking, but all I'm trying to say is crossover, because I wanted to do something to connect to an audience, to connect to a younger audience, to do something which I love doing next to classical music, and I wanted to express myself on the instrument as contemporary as possible, still with cherishing and respecting the tradition. That's why when I play crossover tour, you're hating me right now. When I play a crossover tour, I like following up with a classical tour, same with records. All I'm saying is basically either you can play the violin or you cannot play the violin. If you can play the violin, as Perlman assured me when he said, "Oh, you're David Garrett." If you can play the violin, you better do as much as you can in your life to get the best result. And for me, my personal path was experimenting, having fun with music, especially growing up in such a tight household at home. I wanted to have freedom. I wanted to have freedom in life. I wanted to have freedom in music. I wanted to have freedom with my choices, bad or good. Same in music. So for me, why crossover? Because I wanted freedom. Probably that's the best kind of like cap I can put here right now. Good luck with this.
You don't know me.